Alright, let's talk about three-dimensional figures. So we're going to start off with a cube. So the cube has two square bases that are parallel. And my bases in these pictures are always going to be the orange part. So on this, the faces are all the flat surfaces. So if you look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flat faces. So there's 6 faces. The vertices are all the points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices. And then edges are all the lines. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 edges. Alright, next we have a rectangular prism. And the bases are two rectangles. So just like on a rectangular prism, we're going to have the same 6 faces. We have the same amount of vertices, which is 8. And edges, we're going to have the same, which is 4, 8, and 12. So 12 edges. Alright, next we have a triangular prism. So the bases here are two triangles. And your bases always have to be parallel to each other. So you notice this triangle is parallel to this triangle. No other part of that shape are parallel. All the rectangles are not parallel. So on this we have the two bases, which are faces, and then the 3 sides, which are faces. So that makes 5 faces. Vertices, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then edges, we got the 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and then 3 sides. So that makes 9 edges. Alright, next we have a triangular pyramid. And it has one triangle for a base. If it only has one base, it's going to be a pyramid. And pyramids will always have triangles as our lateral faces, which is a new term. We'll talk about that in a second. So our faces, we have the bottom one plus 3 sides, so that makes 4 faces. Vertices, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. And then edges, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put in one more thing, and that's lateral. And that just means sides. So it doesn't include your base. So in this we have 3 lateral sides. Alright, next we have a rectangular pyramid. So we have one rectangle for a base. And sometimes you can see them as a square pyramid, but all squares are rectangles, so you never be wrong calling it a rectangular pyramid. But if it's a rectangle and not a square, you could be wrong calling it a square pyramid. So our faces, we have one base for a face and then 4 sides, so that makes 5 faces. Vertices, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. And then edges, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that makes 8 edges. And then our lateral sides equals 4, because we have 4 triangles on there. Alright, our next shape is a cone. So the cone has one circle base. Just like a pyramid, a cone will only have one circle base. Faces, it doesn't have any faces. Sometimes some people consider that bottom a face. I don't normally, because it's not a polygon. So we're going to go with 0 faces. Vertices, there's one vertice right there at the top, there's 1 point, and there are 0 edges because there's 0 straight lines. So just to kind of sum up, a cone, I said in 0 faces because it's not a polygon. Some books will call it 1 face because it's a base. So it's either going to be 0 or 1 for the faces. And the last shape we're going to do today is a cylinder. So a cylinder has 2 circle bases. And faces, again, they're not polygons, so some books will tell you 0 faces, or some will tell you 2 because it has 2 bases, which are flat. So depending on which one you look at, it's not really going to be that important right now. Vertices 0 because there's no points. Edges 0 because there's no straight lines. So to name geometric figures, they're always named for their base. If there's 2 parallel bases, it's a prism or cylinder. If there's 1, it's a cone or pyramid. And then your lateral are always going to be your sides.